for being here with us. Could you tell us a bit about yourself?
Hi, hello. Thank you for inviting me for this interview. I'm really pleased to be here. My name is Jana Janković. I'm coming from Serbia, from Belgrade. Currently, I'm living in Switzerland, in Bern. I'm first-year resident of American College of Internal Medicine in Bern.
You graduated in Belgrade and then moved to Germany and Switzerland. Could you briefly tell us about it?
So I graduated in 2015 at the veterinary faculty in Belgrade. And after that, I start to work in a private practice in Belgrade, because actually after university, we all have to do 1 year in practice to get our license. But I have to admit, my dream was always to become resident and to get a diploma, to become a first diplomate, Serbian diplomate. And it was like really my dream. Like when I realized, I think I found out like during my second, third year at my studies, and then I start to work for it. Like I didn't know really how it will be, but I just know that I want to go on that way. So that means that I had to do internship first. The problem is Serbia, there is no diplomate, so we don't have internship program or residency program. So it means that I had to go somewhere else to do. And another problem is also language, because you have to know the language in the country where you're going, because you have to work as a clinician with the people, you have to take, so you really have to know good language. My problem is that I'm coming from Serbia, so in England, they're not accepting our diploma, so I cannot go there. So it means that I had to learn some other language. So I start to learn German, because I realized like with the German, I have Switzerland, Germany, and Austria. So 3 countries with 1 language. So I choose to study German, and then I worked for 1 year in Belgrade. I was preparing for internship and everything what is waiting for me. And I also studied German, and I had to, I mean, it was tough because I had to study every night after the work. And then I first applied to Wien, but I was not accepted because of language. My German was still not good. After a few months, I applied to Gießen, and I got internship position in Gießen. And that was really, really good internship, because Gießen is a good university, especially they have really good program. And also I improved my German there, because I had to work immediately in German. So it was a challenge, but it was also the best way to learn everything. I think also for language and all other things, when you have to do it, you will just do it in the end. So it's the best way for learning. And I have also to say, like, Gießen was important for me because there I discovered internal medicine, and I felt in love, and I knew that's it. That's what I want to do for the rest of my life. And after internship, so I realized that I need more experience, and usually it's difficult to get residency position after internship immediately. They always look at someone who has a little bit more experience. So I found on internet a good position in Bern. It was specialty internship, like 1 year, just internal medicine. And I applied there and I got it. So I was really happy to try something new, but also Bern bring me some new challenges, because in Bern they're speaking German and French. So it's a city with 2 languages. And we also, because the Bern is at the border with the French part, so all the clients from the French part are coming in Bern, and also German part of Switzerland. I knew from before French, so it was not so difficult, but then I realized I have to work every day in 3 languages. But it's also, nice. So in Bern I did this 1 year internal medicine, and it was really nice. I liked Bern, and then I realized, okay, I would like to stay here. But in that moment, they didn't have a residency position open. So they offered me a position to do doctoral thesis. And meanwhile, I could do also in emergency service, because this year I accepted. And that year I work a little bit in emergency service, and meanwhile I work in a lab, which was not something that I really like. Like, I'm more clinician person, but it was also a new experience and good for me to learn something new. I finished my doctoral thesis, and in the end they opened residency position. I applied, and I finally got internal medicine residency that I was working so hard for that all these years. And now I just started. So
Why do you think international communication, exchange, and communities like FECAVA matter?
it's really important, and I think it's our privilege to live in 21st century when today is really easy with this internet connection and everything is online. You can see what's happening in all over the world. Like you can read all the new papers which is going out from other parts of the world. So it's really good, and it's privilege to have. And I think connections and all this are really important. Like I started because Serbia is a smaller country, not like better in that medicine, not so developed like in Europe. And then I start like during my university, I started to go some exchange programs. Every summer I was going somewhere, and then you meet some people, and then you can hear. That's how I discovered residency program actually. And then I had the opportunity to meet some residents, to speak with them, and I also did some practice in the university in Wien. Then in Budapest, I did my Erasmus exchange, and this is how like a small step, but they're really important. So I think like also this community like FECAVA is really important, and also like to exchange experience, knowledge. This will help everyone. You know, it's so easy today to share your knowledge, experience, and to help each other. So I think it's our also privilege to work. Like I guess in 10 years ago, it was impossible to do something like this.
Eastern European countries lack veterinary specialists. On the other hand, it's difficult to return home after you become highly skilled. Do you see a solution to this?
I think to be a highly specialist veterinarian in some country like Serbia, it's really nice, and I'm looking forward for that, really. So like my dream was always to come back to Serbia. That's why I went, because I wanted to learn more. I wanted to do some, because I saw what is possible, what you can have and what you can learn and how you can work. I saw it, and I said, okay, I really want that, but I want to do that in Serbia, because it's also the Serbia is my place where I was born with my family, friends. I miss that a lot, and I want to live there, but I also want to do and to work the high quality medicine, right? And I think it's possible. I mean, probably it will take a time to bring, but I think the more and more people will do that and will come back. And because I don't know, it depends what you want in life, what is very important. Like if you're working in Germany, in Switzerland, in UK, it's really nice because you have highly developed veterinary medicine. You also have owners who can afford treatment, diagnostic, and they're really motivated to go further. And it's really nice. This working condition for clinicians are really nice, and you can also develop more medicine. You can work and you're surrounding the people who's like you. That's really nice. But on the other hand, when you go back to your Eastern European country, you have privilege to move forward something and to do something really big. I mean, you know, if you stay like in countries like in European Union, you will be one of the 1,000 people diplomats, which is also nice. But in smaller country, you have really opportunity to do something big, to make things forward, to change things, to move veterinary medicine. And then I think also this feeling that you're really bringing something good, and that your work is really doing something. And that also, because I also see in Serbia that a lot of veterinarians who is really motivated to learn, and they start that like, it's really difficult to go somewhere to do a residency program and everything. It's not possible for everyone. And I mean, I can understand that, but it's not, it doesn't mean that they cannot learn and they cannot improve. So that's why I see really motivated veterinarians who are working really hard. And today we also have this opportunity to do courses in Belgrade and in other countries. We have also good congresses with really good speakers. So I can say that everything is moving really fast.
What do you miss the most from Serbia?
Oh, of course. I miss a lot Serbia. I mean, Belgrade is my city. and I miss my family. I miss friends, colleagues. I miss food. I miss everything. So really, I mean, Switzerland. I'm really happy in Bern because, but mostly for my work condition, and I'm working in a great place, and my colleagues, everything is super nice, and I really like it. It's just not the place where I was born, and I mean, I would like to spend my life somewhere where I feel that I'm in. So that's for sure Serbia.
Do you have any message for European vets, maybe for young vets who would like to take a similar path as yours?
If someone is interesting to do something similar, I'm always open to give my advice or to help, because on my path I had people who helped me a lot. Without them, probably I could not live, and that's something that I will never forget. And I think my duty is now to help the other people. That's how I feel, you know. So I'm always open, and someone can contact me always if they have any kind of question or any kind of help for professional improvement. So I'm really open for that. But you know, we choose a job that we have always to learn, to study, and to work. I mean, continuing education is a term from medicine. It's not from other jobs. So that's what we choose, that we always have to study and to work, which is also good because our life will never be boring. So that I will say that they should always work, give their best, start to improve every day. And also what is really important is this kind of sharing knowledge, experience, and everything, because I think that's also what is waiting for us in future. Today is more and more is online. Also with telemedicine, it will be just much more online, and that's how we will learn in the future.
Thank you so much, and I hope to meet you in person somewhere soon.